Hey everybody, Sandman here. I wanted to talk about a topic that I've been trying to consider if it has a place in Locksport or not. I know I've been going off into the weeds of grip strength training and stuff, and I'm still going to continue to do that, but this is actually not really a part of that. I mean, it kind of does overlap with that, but a manufacturer reached out to me several months ago. He says, hey, I want to consider selling these hand massagers for Locksporters, because we have a lot of people in the community that complain about cramping after picking for long periods of time. We have people with hand disabilities and stuff. He's like, what if we sold a massager on the website since this is a hand sport? And I said, well, I don't know. Send it to me. I'm interested in trying it out. So the way this guy works is it has two free spinning, I don't know, columns here. And you're just supposed to put it in your hand and massage your hand like this. And I remember thinking, I was like, this is actually kind of cool. It's cool, and this is something I could see me doing at like a Locksport meetup, or let's say a lockpicking competition where I just want to fidget, or I want to warm up. I want to do something before I actually go out there and pick or compete or do something. Or perhaps, like right now, I'm trying to work towards my black belt, and I'll spend, a good hour working on a lock and not getting anywhere with it. And my hands are just fried. And that's usually why I stop. I don't necessarily stop out of frustration. I stop because my hands are fried. And then I'll go sit down, and what do you do next? Well, you could pull out a hand massager, I guess, and you could start massaging on your hand. But the problem is, this doesn't feel good in my hand. I have a bone right here. It just seems to be exposed there. So when I roll this one direction, right there, when I roll it this direction, it seems to hit that bone really well. When I go this direction, not as much. And I don't really feel like it's massaging my hand. I feel like it's just a fidget spinner. And then I thought about doing it like this, and yeah, I can actually feel more of a massage this way. But I went back to the manufacturer. I said, hey, it's okay. I think it's kind of, it's not for me. I don't know. Maybe other lock sporters see a need for it, but I didn't really see it helping me recover from a hour-long lock picking session, and that this is something that I could do, and then 10 minutes later, jump back into another hour-long picking session. I don't know if that's what this is, what we're trying to make this intended for, but it just didn't have any appeal to me. It didn't do anything for me. So then I started considering meditation balls, Baoding balls. And I originally just had these right here. And I've been using these for a while, on and off. I can do them without them touching. And I can do them with touching. I can sometimes go reverse. There we go. Touching. I can maybe go reverse without them touching. It's pretty hard. I can do them left hand and right hand, all that stuff. Problem is, I'd be sitting on the couch after picking locks, and this is what I'm listening to, and that's what my wife is listening to while we're trying to watch a movie, and I can't stand that. Whoever said that these are supposed to be relaxing, we're going to get into that, okay? There's nothing relaxing to that. So I said, that's annoying. I need something else. So then I bought this pair right here, and these are solid copper. Solid copper. I think they weigh like a pound each, maybe more. These things are super heavy and a little bit quieter, a little bit harder to use, a little bit more dexterity and strength is required to keep them separate. And they're very heavy. It feels like I'm holding weights in my hand, but honestly, it feels like a weighted blanket in my hand, because when I move them like this, it feels like my hand, I don't know, it doesn't feel like I'm holding a conventional weight. These are deceivingly heavy because of the density of these. These are actually copper. I had to look it up. Copper is more dense than steel. So these are not hollow. These are dense, solid copper. But even if I bought steel ones, these are heavier than steel ones by like less than 10%. But so I was like, okay, well, I like the smaller ones, and I like that they're solid, and I like that they don't make sound. Let's try some more. So I bought these guys here. These are made of some type of stone. It advertises that this may be jade or something, but it's not. It's a knockoff of that. I don't know what type of stone this is, and this is okay. Doesn't sound good when they touch. So I don't like the sound of that. I can keep them separate. Problem is they're too light. I get nothing out of it from being light. And then I was like, well, I'll buy, it came in like a pack of 4. I can try doing 3 of these at a time. And that's okay, that's cool. But that's just kind of a gimmick. Do I really need to do that? I don't know. I just don't like the sound of them. I don't like the clinging, the clanking of them. So the next ones I bought were these larger ones. How beautiful is that? I love that. Now these are made of obsidian glass. I'll provide a link in the description down below. These glide in my hand. It almost feels like there's a lubricant. Now, I know that they're glass, so if you're scared to drop these, just do them on the couch, over carpet or something, and you'll be fine, over a pillow or a hat. But I love that, and I can still keep them separate. Now, these are 2 inches, and I can do them opposite. And I read reviews online that you could smash these together, you can drop them. They actually hold up very well. They don't seem to break. But with the glass ones and the stone ones, if they do chip, that chip is going to interfere with its rotation. Probably time to buy a new one. So I said, okay, if that one's good, then let's try these smaller copper ones. These were 25 bucks. These were 50 bucks. And these are actually harder. A lot harder. They're also a little bit louder. If I let them touch. So what did I learn from all this? Well, one, I think these are the original fidget spinner. They go back to Hebei province, China, and they're named Baoding balls because there are several factories in Baoding that produce these meditation balls. So it's very likely that the Baoding balls come from Hebei, China. Do they come from Baoding, China? I don't know, but if you Google Baoding balls, that's what these are known for being, that's what they're known for. That's where they're known for being from. Originally, they were solid steel, and then someone figured out how to make them hollow, and then someone figured out how to put a spring in them with a little glass ball or a marble or a glass bead or even a metal bead, and that's what makes the chiming sound over time. But originally, for a long time, before they could come up with how to make 2 perfect spheres and weld them together, they were just solid steel. Now, there's more mythology wrapped around these things than there is practicality. The practicality is they're great for dexterity, they're great for hand exercising, they're great for just warming up your forearms and your tendons and your fingers, they're great for rehabilitation, they're great for prehabilitation, but that's it. Don't buy into the other holistic stuff. That holistic stuff came hundreds of years later where people was like, oh, it improves your memory, oh, it improves your cognitive, stuff. People are saying like, oh, this is great for relaxation. There is nothing relaxing about that sound to me. It's not relaxing to me. That relaxing stuff came years after. These used to be solid steel. And I even read a comment online where someone was saying, oh, well, if you master these, they will actually resonate at a very specific frequency that takes many years to master and will aid in your meditation. That's malarkey too. That's not real. So, do they have a place in Locksport? Well, that's what I want to find out. And that's what I want to ask all of you. I cannot pick locks 5 hours a day, but I can pick in spurts of like 30 minutes to an hour. I've picked, as long as 3 hours. I've actually picked longer, but I want to be able to do something with my hands that is restorative, that is rehabilitative, that is prehabilitative, that's getting my hands moving, but in a way that will benefit my Locksport and my grip training. So I'm getting into these. Of all of these that I've purchased, my absolute favorite ones are these solid ones here and these glass ones right here. I absolutely love those. The rest of these I could get rid of. I'm gonna keep these. I'm gonna get rid of these. These are going to my wife. And I'm just gonna keep these right here. I would like to get to where I'm better at these so these can be my everyday carry. If you put these in your pants, they are going to pull down your pants. You don't want to do that. Tried putting them in my sling bag. They're just a little heavy. But I had to go do a CAT scan the other day. It was a pulmonary PA, a CT scan where they had to put some type of contrast in my blood. It makes you feel like you're laying down in warm water while they're putting me through a CAT scan. Basically, they put radiation in there as well, so I had to be in the room by myself. Then they have to put you under observation for 15 minutes, and I was just kind of freaked out about the whole thing. So I pulled out these specifically, and I just kind of sat there with this. And I loved it. I loved that it was quiet. It was non-intrusive into someone else's, space, or anybody sitting next to me. Nobody knew that I had them until the doctor showed up. She goes, "Oh, wow, she goes, I never see anybody using those anymore. And she goes, do they work? And I said, oh yeah. And I said, but these are special. These ones don't chime, so therefore they don't annoy the crap out of people. So I really like those. I really love how heavy they are. I feel like I am getting a workout, but I also feel like it feels like a safety blanket in my hand. I actually feel the presence of these in my hand better than I can these lighter ones. So I do advocate for those, and it does feel like a massage in my hand, but it's also a workout. However, there's nothing more relaxing than these guys. This is just the perfect weight. I absolutely love these, and I love that it makes hardly any sound. I mean, it's just smooth as glass because it is glass. I absolutely love these. So if I were to, I don't know, man, I really like both of these, and I'm going to keep experimenting with these and see how they can help with my lock picking. Maybe I might help develop some I don't know, some neuron connectivity and from, whatever in my brain, but, to my muscle response here in my hand. I don't know, guys. Someone asked me, a manufacturer was like, what do you think about this for Locksport? And I said, what about these for Locksport instead? And I'm going to be using these as a form of rehabilitation for my grip training. So that way I can keep my hands moving, my tendons moving, get the blood flowing in my forearm and my tendons so I can help promote recovery. But now I'm kind of curious as to how these fit into Locksport and lock picking, since we spend so much time picking locks. I just realized I can see myself here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you guys do something to rehabilitate your hands as it pertains to Locksport or anything else? Do you think that there's something out there that we could bring into Locksport? This is a hands-on sport. Should we be doing rehabilitation stuff? Do you think these Chinese medicine balls are a good idea? Do you think the manufacturer should move forward with this and make these? I'm not I get nothing out of this. And I don't get anything out of this either. But I really like these heavy ones. These are fantastic. I really feel like I'm working on my dexterity here with my hands. And these are just fun and relaxing. I mean, I get the same out of that too. I'm just scared of dropping these. So these will never leave the house. Alternatively, these will definitely dent. Coppers are very soft metal. So even though these are solid, they'll still dent. And they do have some dents in here from me hitting them together. But I'm really interested to see if these will actually benefit my grip training and my Locksport training. And I'm curious as to your guys' thoughts. Have you guys thought about this? And is this something that you would want to see a manufacturer sell? Would you want to see a manufacturer sell something like this, or any of this? Do you think this has a space in Locksport? I honestly don't know. I'm going to be spending more time with this. I really love sitting on the couch with a pair of these and just practicing different rotations. I mean, it's a really great fidget spinner. I absolutely love it. And I wonder if I'm getting any benefit out of it. I definitely think I'm getting something out of the heavier ones. You can feel that. That's all I have for today, folks. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. And I think that there's a place for this. I'm just wondering if I'm the odd duck in this conversation or not. That's all I have for today, folks. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm very interested in your thoughts, and I will report back your opinions to the manufacturer on this as well if you have an opinion on that. I'll catch you guys next time.